Hello, welcome back to Void Stranger. If you remember, last episode we broke the game a bit by walking onto uh, our stats bar down there, and then uh, by walking onto our stats bar and just breaking everything. The game closed itself after that, but after reopening it, we're back here. There's no special cutscene for it or anything, so I guess that might not have been intended. Yeah, I would guess so. So I guess we'll just not touch that ever again, unless we want the game to break. Yeah. Okay, so that means we're gonna be back to this sort of, thing. I suppose since we can walk... Okay, hold on. I kinda want to get some normal ground. It's a bit difficult to get normal ground here. Like this? No. I guess the idea is that I can potentially actually use this as walking ground now to help me solve puzzles. Obviously, since this isn't really a place to introduce that mechanic, I don't think it's ever intended that I do that. But I would like to at least be aware that that's a thing I can do. Okay, this is also really bad. I don't think I wanted to do this. I'll try grabbing some ground, but I can't really do that. I can do this, maybe try and get back doing that. Okay, I can do that, I think. So what I need to do is push you down, grab you, push you over, replace you maybe? I don't quite like that yet. I'll hold on to you for now. I'll push you down first. That gets half of it gone. Not quite sure I like that. I push you off, I guess, but the problem is I can't really kill this thing anymore, can I? If that guy is gone. So that's not a really good idea. I guess it'd be quite interesting if I did this. I can move you away and try and put a piece of ground in its place. The idea being that once I do this, I can now put a piece of ground here that's free to walk on. All of this has to be doable with the blocks still there though. This box I can push around. I feel like that means that... Actually, I have no idea what I want to do. I'm gonna try doing this, moving you away and putting... Oh, I can't actually put anything in there. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's try and put you here maybe. The problem is that so many of these spaces are covered in ruins that I can't really do anything. Yeah, put you here and walk here to like try and do stuff, I guess. Yeah, I don't hate that. There are some obvious issues though. One being the moment I walk here I can never get back, I don't think. Try going up the top. Like the idea that I want is to... I think I have 2 blocks here. So I can shove this right and then push this upwards. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. So I'll do this. I'll put you down. Okay, and now I can put you down. So now this is safe. I'm gonna try putting you out of the way so that I don't accidentally step on you. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's try bridging this way and pushing up. Of course, I need to replace you, but I can probably do that. In fact, actually, it's doable using this ground. I was thinking I could step here and do it, but that's not necessary. Let's actually start bridging upwards since I can. I don't hate that. I don't quite like it either. This is not a very good setup for me. Yeah, the issue being I can't quite put anything here. So I think what I wanted to do is actually do this, bridge up here, and get you out of the way, replacing you with a block I can stand on. This will allow me to bridge this way, which I think is better. And I can still bridge down here, I think, with all the safe squares that I have. And I don't want to use that block. Maybe I'll use this block. Push up like so. Okay, yeah. And then I can use a block, bridge this way, and then another bridge here, and thereby pushing you here. Okay, there you go. Clean. And we do have a good line to bridge over. That was complex. That was very complex. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have gotten it in my previous episode, so thank goodness I found a way to break the game and end the video there, I guess. Alright, moving on. Okay. So here... Well, here I can start bridging down here again. But I don't think that's very worthwhile. So I can walk here. I can do stuff. I can walk. I definitely shouldn't touch anything. Oh yeah, I have a clone that I can actually use. Not sure if it's a good idea or not. But I do see that there is opportunity to bridge in multiple directions. I shouldn't have done that. Is this a maze? Am I forced to do all these moves? I think I might be actually, looking at what is in front of us. I'm not quite sure what the goal is eventually. But yeah, there's definitely a way to do this. So here I probably want to bridge this way now. Wait, before that, I have more blocks I can use. There's one I can just collect. Now I'm not quite sure if that's a good idea. But I can if I wanted to. I can push you away. Again, not quite sure what that does exactly, but... I didn't mean to do that. I gotta do this all over again. The idea is I'll bridge all the way back here. I'll probably put you in the corner. Actually, I need to move the button. Which I can do. I'm not quite sure if there's a block around that will help us. I think we'll be leaving this block behind, so we can use that block to reorient ourselves again if we ever need to. I need to be quite careful with what I do now. This is a very long process compared to like most of the other puzzles that we've done. So I don't want to mess up an accident. Also at the same time, we get to see what happens if I try to create a clone while this block isn't on screen. Because I know that every level we've gone through so far with the cloning mechanism also had that box on screen. So I'm not quite sure, you know, why I would potentially want that to exist. Okay. I'm going to put the button here. Here. And then I can just bridge back, I think. I just want to touch that clone. And we should be fine. So clone spawns. Alright, I guess there's no difference. The box is there for some reason. But it is not apparently clear what that reason is. Okay. I'm not quite sure if there's a way to, like, really get rid of you at this moment or anything. I can maybe, like, try and trap you or something. This is about as far as I can get. I guess this is interesting, but like, yeah, this definitely won't work. Because when I do this, you'll start chasing me again. So that was nice while it lasted. I can sort of very slowly get you to do stuff, I guess. Ah, well, I may have missed a lot of turns there. I like that this kind of barely works. It doesn't, but it's very close to working. Okay. So here I could try to just block you like that. Now I have space to, yeah, I have space to do this. Of course, we're not done yet. No, clone, please don't do that. Okay. I kind of want to see if it's possible to just grab that button. But it seems quite difficult to grab the button. Because it's so close to where the monster is, where the enemy is. Okay. So here I can start grabbing some blocks to help me out. Obviously the moment I bridge over, you're gonna come closer to me. And this is a big problem. Now I wonder if I can do this quickly enough. Grab you? Okay, yeah, that works. Okay. Then I can set things up a lot better. I think I want to put the button on this square. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't put that there. Make sure the monster can't get to you first. Okay, now I'll create the clone and have it. This game, why does this game have an undo system? Also, by the way, I'm actually wondering if I should change my color palette here. We haven't quite reached the checkpoint yet. So I won't do it until we reach a checkpoint. Okay. So I can just do this. I don't know why there was a block there, and there isn't one now. Okay. So now I need multiple things. I like the bridge over. I can't actually bring a clone across, it looks like. Oh, how is this going to work? How is that going to work? Well, I can start by removing you. I don't really like that idea yet. Because now I can't quite turn around. I guess what I should have started off by doing is I should have started off by... I don't know what I should start off by doing. It seems like I might want like a line of 3 clones, actually, not just 2. I just want to bridge across, that's it. I guess that's interesting, right? It's a little bit interesting. If I could move you away and move to a safe spot, which I can't because there isn't one. Kinda like that idea. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work very well. If I took this block, which I know isn't great, doesn't even work. Like, once I have things following me, right, I can't escape this loop. They're just gonna create more and more enemies, and I can't just grab blocks, clones, not enemies. Which is horrible. That's not right either. Yeah, once a clone follows me, this block just doesn't work. So how is the bridge? Can I bridge horizontally via any of these routes? It doesn't seem possible at all. There's no pushing that I can do. I can't just grab a block while being trailed, that's the problem. if I'm being trailed and I grab a block, I can't turn back. Yeah, so it seems like all of these blocks in this loop have to exist. There might be a certain exception to that if I shorten my path to just one path instead of a loop. Right? But like, wouldn't that require things to be done first? Like, I would have to... I don't know. Let's say I do this. I grab another block. I can't quite, you know, because this block is now stepped on. If I try to get rid of you, it doesn't work. This is death. It's horrible. I mean, okay, other things I could do actually include, I think, bridging over first and worrying later. I wonder if this block has anything useful I can do. I mean, cool, now that that has been removed, I'm not quite sure what else can happen. I might not have wanted to push that block off, I guess. I can bridge this way, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. I like that I can bridge this way. In fact, yeah, now there's a loop and a stable bridge. That's great. So now all I need to do is chill with, I think 3 clones behind me. 4 is actually kind of bad. I don't know why if I wanted 4. In fact, 3 is also bad if I don't have a big enough rectangle to work with. Okay, so I kind of want a bigger rectangle, is what that's telling me. Because yeah, if there are 2 clones, if there are 3 clones trailing me here, I can't walk this way. I need a bigger rectangle, which I can probably build, like that. Might need more squares. Honestly, that's not difficult, like this works. Yeah, this is perfect. And the number of clones I have at this point really shouldn't matter. So now all I need to do is this, and I'm done. Sweet. Okay. Will a clone do that? Yes, that is bad actually, wow. Like really bad. I guess I can do this? That's not very good. Horrible. What do I want? Don't do that. I want... Oh. Ideally I want something like this. Obviously that can't happen. Okay, I want the clone to be involved as little as possible. So the idea is that I need to bring the button and the staircase to the clone. Or I bring the clone nearby as well, that's also valid. So like this. Then I guess I stand here. I bring the clone nearby. Well, by nearby, it's kind of hard to say where. Yeah, I kind of want the clone to be here and the button to be here. If that's the case, then... Okay, let's try doing that. Oh, that is difficult. To have the button here or here is difficult. So instead I want, I think, to grab the staircase and put it here, maybe? That could be better. Could be. Then I grab you and put you here? That works. Wow. Sure. Oh. Alright, this room definitely has something going on. It's also room 222. Well, I don't have anything else to do here. And there's a tree. Okay, well, quite clearly, I'm not gonna end the episode here. Or am I? It's been 20 minutes. It's actually perfectly fine for an episode to end here. A lone bush tree stands in the void. This area feels safe. Yes, I've been traveling for 2 episodes. What I'll do is I'll rest and watch the cutscene so that we'll, you know. Actually, no, 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 no. I need to keep the rhythm of the episodes. Well, now that I think about it, given how complex this mechanic is, can we say that the future mechanics are gonna be any more complex? Or any less complex? I don't know. How am I going to be so sure I can complete a mechanic in one episode so that I can always watch the cutscene on the first part of that episode? I don't know. You know what I'm gonna do? I am actually going to end the episode here. I think I'm gonna end the episode here. Um, yeah, we'll make sure. Well, not we. I'll try and make sure I. How do I explain this? I want to keep a certain rhythm to these episodes right now. Well, things are still, somewhat stable. I know things are gonna get wild. I've seen the story reviews, I've seen comments on playthrough videos. I haven't watched the playthroughs themselves though, so I have no idea what I'm in for. I know things get wild. So while I'm here, I still want to keep some semblance of a rhythm going on. So yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. Next episode, we'll start by watching the cutscene and we'll move on from there with a changing color palette. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye bye.